Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacaster from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Minsk Pocket. Yes, in the pocket it will happen. The setting is 1944, somewhere in the eastern front. The Russians are attempting a harsh breakthrough through the German lines. Hastily thrown to the fight is the Großdeutschland Panzer Division, meant to stop this Soviet armoured spearhead. Under the command of Ihitto here, with elite troops, mobile defence and spearhead, with infantry and panzerfaust bulletins. Versus the south, we got VonIvan fighting for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Comrade Stalin, and the 1st Guards Mechanized Corps, ready to shatter the fascists and the front line. So moving ahead here rapidly with the news moving up through the centre, double contract here for VonIvan. No fancy penal troops or anything like that, just good old fashioned conscripts. Basil being a naughty kitten and attacking why he's not supposed to. Up north here we got Ihitto's men swiftly moving out. They're grabbing territory left to right and not quite centre yet. Focusing more on this area territory, which of course needs a cut-off point here as well. Otherwise, standard start there for both players, neither trying to reinvent the wheel or even just slightly colour it in different colours to make it look a bit more special. For now, straight to Gart Rifle Combined Arms. Moving up eastwards there with engineers constantly moving in as well. Swift movements there in the centre. These almost got the fuel point here, halfway down. Machine gun up here. We got the punishment far up here. An aggressive sort of capping order in some ways here from Ihitto. Bit risky in some ways, as it does mean his units aren't necessarily within a range to support each other if things, get slightly dicey or socialist. Grenadiers squad number 2, they're arriving. 3rd conscript there as well for VonIvan, who's also noting here has got one bulletin for the faster conscript production. So 4th conscript on the way there for VonIvan. Heading towards the centre here for now, sort of watching the flank. I think he's trying to wait for Ihitto to extend and then maybe sort of launch an attack into the rear lines of Ihitto. Of course, he's seen there's something there, so he's leaving at least one Grenadier squad attack as a trip one, something happening, and Basil to start attacking the wise, you stupid cat. Well, kitten specifically. 3rd Grenadier squad on the way there for Ihitto. Nothing further happening back in his base. In fact, we've really had no engagements, and we're almost 3 minutes into the game. Nothing so far has happened. That's a bit interesting, a bit unique, actually. Yeah, we are 3 minutes into the game almost, and it's not a single shot has been fired. And we're dealing with high-ranked players, isn't it? Exactly, VonIvan's cousin, Fun Bob. Just drifting about there while he's drunk. So, I mean, it's interesting. Again, both players are basically waiting for the right time to the beginning time. There goes. Shots are finally fired. Just very little damage still dealt, but we're at least getting some shots. We're getting some action. Engineers there for VonIvan. And there you go. Now things are really heating up. We got 2 conscripts on the lead squad and the leads moving up. 4 2 concept to cover the flank here. Heavy fighting there. And the leads moving up through the centre here. We got 1 pioneer squad in here, and just keeps out. He comes to the game blasted. MD42. This prime coming fast well. They concentrate falling back. Here's VonIvan to find himself overwhelmed, but the right flank is quite open here. And VonIvan now makes a push. Ihitto just focus anything here. Will he be able to return and turn around enough to stop this big push here from VonIvan? Or will he simply be pushed off the field? We'll see here in a few moments, but things are happening. So machine gun setting up. The bullet coming out. Comfortably running in here. We got no molotovs up here. Comes to there, flanking up behind the machine gun. More comes coming in, a flame for a time from the front. Machine gun, the knees, be careful. There we go, forced away. Pioneers rushing in support from the south. It's not Rafney goes off. Got taken up here for Ihitto already. Bit of an ability in the middle of everything to try and Rafney. VonIvan's contract did work out. We got a second Raf grenade, but it sounded nope, just sounded like it. There you go. Now just the Pioneers here left for Ihitto. The rest is basically been pushed back here by VonIvan for now. Almost got the Indians here with the flamethrowers, but not quite back here. We got the tech, but nothing building up here. Troops reinforcing. It's going to need a medic bunker up as soon as well. Imagine here back for VonIvan. We got medics up for him, for the Red Army. Pioneers shifting about. Basil at it again. Very naughty kitten. Bunker up there for Ihitto. not like you, though. That is Basil. He wants to attack stuff when he's not supposed to. Troops enforcing back here. We got troops on the west side here with the conscripts. Back here, bunker on the way. Like to make a nice company episode for Ihitto for the German army that goes Deutschland. Punch there being secured. Moving up here, no sound makes it for VonIvan for the Red Army, for the second guards making us core. There we go, like to make a nice complete straight to half to here for Ihitto. Most likely it's going to be the flame for half to that way burn through VonIvan's forces, which are quite vulnerable, being mostly conscripts though. You could also go for Panzer Grenadiers here, to be honest. Panzer Grenadiers also work really well versus unupgraded conscripts, to be honest. And were to get a pair of Panzer Grenadier squads, you could really tear through VonIvan's stuff. And if necessary, you can also just go for, say, a Panzerstreck upgrade to help deal with any armour. Fun here around the centre. Grenadiers versus the conscript, shots going back and forth here. In the far east, conscripts sneaking up there. In the far west, point there being scored as well. Mines down here for VonIvan. Lots of flamethrowers up. He's not worried about German mines and all, which of course could be something Ihitto could exploit. With, well, mines. Continues bringing a big push in, machine gun up there. He might want to consider another machine gun. There you go, we got the half take out. He's almost got it ready for the upgrade here. He's just a couple of nations away from it. Continues bringing up through here in the west. We got Conquerors of Pioneers. And the machine gun there quickly ripping through them. And there you go, contemplating, but they're flanking straight into a horde of Grenadiers. Dimitri, I think this is a bad idea, as they like to call it. I think we should retreat. Never. We'll get shot. Again. Again? Yes, I've already been shot 3 times. It hurts. But there you go, contemplating hold here by front. Established by Ihitto, using his half-term entry and force until he gets the flame for upgrade up. Nice little combo there for the meanwhile. Back engineers falling back. We got no mines up for VonIvan. He's not too keen on that. Most likely, I imagine, with the 3 command point shooting happening, he's beginning setting up for the submachine guns to show on the way there for Ihitto. There we go, submachines well here for VonIvan for the Red Army. And there you go, engineers push back with the flame for after. Up here, point secured. Establishing once more fuel security there for Ihitto for the German army, the Groß Deutschland. Back here, supporting company up with a field on the way for VonIvan to help deal with vehicles. And there we go, we did get a mine there for VonIvan, and the half-track did hit it. Ihitto has yet to upgrade his pioneers. We'll likely have to go for a minesweeper in the light of this. Got the 2-2 out here for Ihitto. This is 3 almost done for the Red Army. It was a divisional field gun, which basically meant it was more than just an anti-tank gun. It was also basically a piece of artillery. So, little fun fact there. It's also countered the Germans with a copy with the Feldkanone 40, which was basically a Pak 40 that could also double as artillery by firing in an arc. So, little fun fact there. Countered engaged by the 2-2, but he's got anti-tank grenades ready here for now. He takes no chances. He is ready. He has seen through the fascist plans. Unlike his cousin von Bob, who can only see through the bottom of a beer bottle. Countered being blasted by the advancing Grenadiers. Grenadiers holding up, the machine gun holding up the flanks here in the centre. Conscript caught there by the MG42. Bit lucky there for VonIvan. Oh, Ihitto as bit of a blind spot. There we go. One squad makes it past. Machine's going to fall back fully. He's going to eat the half track up there as well. But there's a flame. Conscript caught there threatening. We got the Pak 40 out. Engineers moving up the west flank. Still going to take up for VonIvan further. Fixing up the 2-2-2. Back here, nothing further going on. Comes on forward up with a flame for a half track. Further pressure here, the flame for half track falling back there, close to veterans. It's already scorching rations left and right. Minister reporting they're being hard fought over. Interesting enough, VonIvan is yet to threaten the fuel point directly. He's sort of more interested in just trying to overwhelm Ihitto's force and destroy them and then grab the fuel point. Though, of course, I mean, you could risk getting punched for such an extension with the flame for half track. There you go, another anti-tank grenade on the 2-2. But he's taking a lot of damage to the process. There you go. Might even have been baited in this case, drawing the flame power tank into the field gun, in which case, good move there for VonIvan. We got a doctrine from Ihitto. It is elite troops. So not a doctrine that's seeing a lot of uses lately, but I'm seeing a small comeback with certain players. I mean, the stun grenade can still be used from certain times. G43s are good, stormtroopers are good. And even if the Tiger Ace is expensive, if you know how to handle the Tiger Ace, it's actually still good. It's just even less of a throwaway than it used to be. For now, they're setting up for the 10-10 commands. But interesting to see if we actually get the Tiger Ace here, because they become very rare after the also on top of the 800 manpower and the crippling resource costs set in. Also now costs 150 fuel. I mean, that really just put a serious dent in the Tiger Ace population. Remember, you too can donate to the Save the Tiger Ace Foundation. Even $1 a day can mean more Tiger Aces might still be seen in the future for your children to see. Or you can just donate straight to me. I mean, Anyway, it's going to be moving ahead here. Back here we got the flamethrower being fixed up there for Ihitto. Sys 3 moving up for VonIvan. Got the concentrating up the east side. We got the Grenadiers, MG42 moving out there. Second machine gun give out for Ihitto. Engineers being slashed in half there soon by the MG42. Pack 40 hanging back, ready to deter any head-on Russian assaults. And there go Grenadiers MG42 combo. Very good sort of push force there across narrow spaces, though of course against wide areas not so good. But here, well, there's not a lot of room for VonIvan to sort of maneuver about. It's actually a pretty good force. But there you go. Lost the MG42 in the center. Big loss here. Overextended the machine gun there, and VonIvan gleefully punished him. Gleefully. Going there for the machine gun. That's going to be a loss here for Ihitto and for the German army. Field gun just sort of standing about there. Doesn't have the munitions to barrage yet. Brafnade attempted, but didn't quite work out. Control had been burnt, shot to bits. There you go. Got a wipe on that. Not quite compensation for, I would say, the loss of an MG42, but it does help a bit, particularly since those were upgraded conscripts, and so that's 240 manpower plus 60 munitions. That somewhat makes up for it. Somewhat. Back here, nothing further going on there for Ihitto. He could try and take a head here against VonIvan. VonIvan was pulling up for the T-70, and we got the figure there being scorched. There we go, close enough to be enforced here. Down to tank grenade off, and the flamethrower to see lost here. There go rifle grenade off, but he just can't do enough fast here due to the being able to reinforce inside the base. So it just basically becomes an exercise in utility. But there you go, pushes back more conscripts. Flamethrower so far has managed 7 kills. Nothing huge, but still not bad either. But now it's VonIvan's time to strike back for the motherland with the T-70. Take up there for Ihitto. Good. And another MG42 to replace the one lost so carelessly to the Russians. We're still hitting the fuel point there, keeping up pressure, keeping up harassment. Very good move there by Ihitto, not VonIvan. Grabbing the Ponty machine gun covering up. Then needs to be careful he doesn't lose another one. We got cancelled the machine gun for another Pack 40 here. Possibly figuring against the T-70. He's going to need more anti-tank to sort of cover up against that. Big push here for VonIvan, big-ish, probably I think it should moderate that towards, as we got some elements pushing forwards, but not the most of VonIvan's forces there, and probably I think for a really big assault those would be a flanking element, but it's just a sort of slightly head-on slog, which, recently pushed back here by Ihitto since there's not a lot to really deal with. How do you say, big infantry moving in from here, or possibly going for there, I think it would have done more to Ihitto's position there. So right now, Ihitto's got a really good pin here versus VonIvan. Back here, troops healing and forcing. We got take up there for Ihitto, almost done for the German army, the Groß Deutschland. Country moving up. And successfully pushing back those grenadiers, those fascists. Pulling back the flame for a half tank. Over here, healing enforcement. Down here, nothing further for VonIvan. He might consider, of course, taking it and trying to push out a KV-1, which, if Ihitto decides to go for Panther Force, is actually pretty potent. So there you go, push for the centre victory point wise. We've got a big lead here for Ihitto over VonIvan at the moment, 500 versus 303. Back here, nothing further going on there for Ihitto. In the west, we got Grenadiers. Constantly, we got Grenadiers. Otherwise, there's some very suspicious looking Grenadiers. Yes, we are very much German soldiers. Please get along with being a fascist, fellow fascists. Grenadiers are being suppressed. And there you go, machine gun push here by VonIvan. Now turning the tables on the fascists. 2-2 moving about there. 10 kills actually, pretty good. In fact, it's more than what the flamethrower tech's actually done in killing, which is actually kind of impressive. But they're going to deal with engineers scorching through the windows. 2-2, they're very close to it. 2 11 kills for the fatherland. Up here we got nothing further going on there for Ihitto. Still no sign of the support corps, though no sign of a mechanized armor company for VonIvan either. Pack 4 is there at the ready to, well, shatter any Russian armored assault. Making a push, we got the dog packs pushing up the flamethrower track there. Very good, very good. Of course, we got a field gun ready to push, cover up against exactly such a move. But in the far east, we got Ihitto sneak up some pioneers, so Rasmussen can go for the cough bomb, in which case, and then somehow hit the other one. He can actually deny VonIvan's fuel income again, which would be pretty strong. And we can see VonIvan trying to do the same here, but hitting this cough point, but not the other one at the same time. 2-2 dealing with the conscripts, very, very close for it. 12 kills for Deutschland. So right now, VonIvan's got most of the map here compared to Ihitto, but Ihitto is getting, I think, some good hits out it. Now again, units being repulsed here by the 2-2, crouching machine gun turning into them, back here, grabbing points. And more pioneers on the way there for Ihitto. Briefly thinking he was going to go for tier 4 there, but he does stick with the Suprema Corps. And finally back at VonIvan space, we got the mechanized armor company. Soon the tanks of war will be rolling out. The tanks of war? All tanks of war will not water tanks. You're an idiot, Sergei, you know that? Suprema Corps up. Mines was up there in case VonIvan has been mining around here. Good move. And he has been mining, but it was over there. So you can soon see with the Panzer IV, but it's likely getting met by the KV-1, which actually means he probably wants Dukes instead. Got to be blasted here with the flamethrower after. And pushed away. Panzer on the way there fine. We got Gassman up for VonIvan as well. So far though, Ihitto hasn't really done a lot there, but there again you can see he's actually managed to hit both carve points, denying VonIvan all of his resources for a brief while again. Very good play there by Ihitto, very good play. Nice job there. That's going to, I think, slow down the K1 actually a bit further, giving Ihitto's Panzer more time to actually have an impact there versus VonIvan. So really nice work there. Good harassment. Flamethrower being fixed up. Veteran D3, 11 kills, 14 kills in the 2-2. The leichte Panzer Speerwagen. Russian T-70 spotting hit. They're looking for targets. Do you see anything up there? Duh, I'm seeing lots of trees. Oh, you idiots. Why do you always get the idiot commanders? Did you say anything? No, I'm just saying you were a great commander. I wish my children will look like you. Suprema Corps up there. Grenadiers need to fall back. Got the machine gun hanging about up here. Panzer IV moving down the centre. Bit of skirmishing here. Guards with the DP light machine guns. Flamethrower after sneaking up the right side. Slow push up on the western side. Noting, of course, the fundamentals keeping a reasonable force in the centre covered up, but also able to support either east or west, depending on what it has to be. It's a good tactical reserve set up there by VonIvan. In the east, comes there versus the flamethrower getting scorched very slowly. Very slowly. There you go, moving up here, but it's been encountering a lot of angry Germans, and more particularly the armoured car. Far west Panzer IV the T-70. No K1 still here for VonIvan, they can soon go for it. Panzer IV landing good here on the T-70. Got mines up here though, but T-70's main gun is out. OD at slight pathing mess up there. Panzer IV going for it. Guys moving up the flank, but can't quite catch it. And there we go. T-70 down. Bit of loss here for VonIvan for the second Guards mechanized score engineer still on the full run. Barely making that. And there we go. K1 tank on the way for VonIvan to help counter the Panzer IVs from Ihitto. There we go. Guardsmen finding their cover shattered in the blink of an eye alongside Petrov. On this report, we got field gun continuing up here. 2-2 trying to slowly sort of cut it off, but it's not quite working. Not infantry nearby. 2-2 takes a good hit there from the field gun. In the far east, once more good pressure here by Ihitto as well, though he's taking some amount of losses. And the mine goes off. At least not in the Panzer IV, otherwise that would have been a lot harder for Ihitto to get out of there. So again, good rest from the east. VonIvan moving up aggressively, victoriously. K1 almost down there for VonIvan. There's still a bit to go. There's still a bit to go. Panzer IV then adding some excellent hits against the conscripts, saying through them. Here we got machine being assaulted by the flank after. Could possibly clear it out and gain it back for Germany. Possibly. But looks like not to be the case. In the far fight, we got pioneers repulsed by the conscripts. VonIvan's men sweeping them away like dust. There we go. Panzer IV straight into the CIS-3. Guards moving up as well here. Bit unfortunate there for Ihitto. Nasty hits in the Panzer IV. K1 done as well, but it's going to be a bit of a problem here for Ihitto in some circumstances. I mean, double pack 40s can do some good damage to it unless VonIvan gets extremely lucky and bounces a lot of shots, but it can happen, I guess. Got the flamethrower here with the 2-2 banging up, catching up the contra there, scorching, shooting and burning, but there you go, the 2-2 inadvertently blocks the retreat path of the flamethrower. Pop smoke, but still can't get out of there. You could see the loss of the 2-2, there you go, pack 40s on, both penetrating the K1's heavy armour. And the 2-2 escapes, more shots fired, there you go, double shots bounce off the K1 after the first volley penetrated. Bad luck there for Ihitto, great enough for VonIvan to get rid of the flamethrower after it, though of course there's still the 2-2, which is a menace. With Ihitto, they're going for another Panzer IV. I do think you should go for Stugs again due to better anti-tank abilities than the Panzer IV. Though technically, both the Stug G and the Panzer IV actually had the same gun. That was technically one of the advantages of the Stug design. Basically, you could fit a bigger gun onto a smaller chassis because you didn't have to make use of a turret, which also made it a lot cheaper since the turrets were rather technically requiring and, you know, a lot of moving parts. So you could fit a smaller gun onto a larger gun onto a smaller chassis, and also for cheaper. So that's one of the reasons why the Stug was also good, besides the low profile, which just made it much harder to see and hit. There you go, concussive grenade, but he catches the grenadiers as well. Fritz, you idiot! I told you, throw it further, not closer. But still managed to pull through that, 2-2 being fixed up. 16 kills, slowly approaching Veteran 3. Map is looking much more red, much more VonIvan. And they're doing what they can to hold the line, but the line is quickly buckling under the severe weight of VonIvan. Like a belt buckling under the average American's girth. Engineers on the retreat here from the Panzer IV. Up here, second Panzer IV moving out. Nothing further in terms of take it there for Ihitto. Will he actually try and out for the Tigray soon? What will he do? Will it be Stugs? Panzer IV rolling in his own. It's actually a bit risky there by Ihitto. I mean, he's charging in blindly with his Panzer IV. No idea what's nearby, and not a lot of support there in case things get ugly to actually help him get out of there in the first place. So a bit risky there, I think, by Ihitto, to be honest. Second Panzer IV is moving in, but it still feels late. K1 is moving up here, though half health. Only one engineer spotted, something I think that VonIvan needs to fix up. He needs more engineers, I think, to repair that K1 fast enough. And there you go. Panzer IV striking the machine gun. They might be able to not get it out. They got the pack 40 up. K1 engaging the Panzer IV head on. Some intense stuff going on here between both VonIvan and Ihitto. Shots bouncing there. K1 falling back. Another shot bouncing here. Penetrating shot there finally. Pack 40 is coming up the rear here. Panzer IV exposed from the edge of the K1's a bit of a mistake here. Garsman joining in, continuing up as well here. We could see some damage. Got smoke popped up to isolate the K1 from the rest of reinforcements. Very good move. Getting up to crew the field gun. Almost got the Panzer IV here. K1 goes down as well. 2-2 needs to get out of there. Pax also needs to get out of there. I mean, a Panzer IV for K1 is not exactly a good trade over there for Ihitto, to be honest. But see, now he ends up losing a pack as well. And he's going to lose the 2-2 as well, in which case that is a really terrible trade over there for Ihitto. That's a big win there for VonIvan. I mean, he gets a pack of 2-2 and a Panzer IV. Just one KB1. That's a great deal. Which is not really what Ihitto should be offering VonIvan. In fact, he should be offering the worst deals possible. go, Guardsman hitting the dirt with the double Grenadiers. Could go either way. A rifle grenade though, fixture turning around, the Grenadiers quite successful. They are taking a lot of damage here. The Guardsman laying down prodigious amount of fire here versus the Grenadiers, who stand no chance. Gulchi's been cut off from his fuel as well. Very good play there for VonIvan. And we got Stormtroopers up, plus more Grenadiers for Ihitto, who's going for a ton of infantry. The core starts and is committing as many troops as they can immediately into the sector. So that's a lot of infantry. Hopefully there'll be some assault rifles from these Stormtroopers, as they really benefit a lot from it. Second K1 on the way there for VonIvan. Ihitto there with the Panzer IV. No additional sign of armor here. And there you go, fuel point cut off, so it's going to be much harder here for Ihitto to get any more armor out. Plus, of course, he's lost Pack 40, so the K1 is actually a bigger problem for him now. Much bigger problem. And there you go, Tiltify on the MD-42. Bad news there for Ihitto's machine gun crew, which almost gets wiped out. There we go, K1 out here for VonIvan. Second Clearman Voyagel tank, which really by 1944-45 would not see non-action. I mean, they'd used anyone they had in reserve, but they mostly been sent off to actually less amazing units. Any KB tanks that have primarily been used by 1944-45 would have been the KB-85, which was basically a KB tank with a better turret with the 85mm gun in it. That was sort of meant to be, you know, the interim solution between the KB series and the IA series. So, little fun fact there. And this pushing back the counter. We'll see it, K1 moving out. Pioneers being pushed back, Panzer IV hanging about, Pack 40 as well. Points there being secured, points there being secured by the Stormtroopers. Continuing glass here by the Panzer IV, Grenadiers laying down the fire. Once more steam overlay. Forces me out of nowhere because the friends list keeps crashing. Continuing up here. Ooh. Rifle grenades off as well, then the counter with the heavy machine gun there. Pushed back easily here by Ihitto. Start defenders. He's also able to turn the map around there quite aggressively again here versus VonIvan. Of course, VonIvan does have a bit more firepower now with the Pack 40. Though, of course, we can see Ihitto's gone for a replacement as well. Could this been indicated he's now going to try and go for the Tiger Ace, maybe? I mean, it's that interesting double Pack 40, so it could certainly be an indicator he's stalling for the Ace. I mean, he's not too far from fuel, nor in victory points technically. I mean, he's sort of roughly halfway there, so he could end up going for it. Stormtroopers still not upgraded here for Ihitto. Until they find the MD-42, we got the Panzer IV moving up. Pack 40 creeping up, counter push back. Bit of light harassment on the east side there with the Grenadiers from the MD-42, counter sweeping out. Yes, we can go for a Panzer IV now, but so far there's no sign of it. Field gun, oh dear, it looks like it's going to set up for a barrage here, and there you go, shoot. Oh, the Grenadiers got much. Oh, goodness! One got wiped out. Oh, he lost both Grenadier squads to a single field gun barrage. Jesus. That is 35 munitions that paid themselves off massively. I guess I did underestimate the ability of the field gun barrage to do heavy damage, but he can be really deadly, even at longer ranges at times. But good God, that is a massive blow to Ihitto right there. That is 480 manpower gone, plus the light machine guns. Never mind all of the expenses. You can't really just calculate into more, you know, specific values. That is insane. That's the sort of story the crew will be talking about, you know, after the war, if they survive the war and don't get sent to Gulag afterwards. Stormtroopers westward, still upgrades. I mean, normally I'd recommend assault rifle, but in this situation I can't see the argument for Jaeger packages because he's under so much pressure after losing those Grenadiers. He needs, you know, more firepower now. But it definitely seems like at this stage, with the loss of the Grenadiers, Ihitto's very much firmly fixed upon the Tiger Ace, one of Germany's finest heroes. Got got the Panzer moving in, they're catching the counter. They're going to need supporting as well here. Good work. Big 2 points wise. VonIvan's beginning to catch up here with Ihitto, though Ihitto is still somewhat ahead, but it's less of a marathon now for VonIvan to catch up. Point here being secured. Back here, nothing further on for Ihitto. Of course, all resources are more or less being diverted and saved up here for the Tigers. He's got the fuel. He just needs the manpower now, and he's less than a minute away. Guys, we grab the center victory point. Back here, troop reinforcing. K1 receiving repair. Still only one engineer squad though for 9. Once the Tigers hits, that's going to be definitely insufficient, as the Tigers can do a ton of damage. So I mean, he can't really afford to sit back in that sense. Of course, in the end, he of course can't afford to sit back with his ace either. I mean, obviously both players are going to have to play a lot more swiftly and boldly in the face of such an armoured piece of warfare. Coming up against the Stormtroopers, still up, and there we go. We got the ace out for Ihitto at the 31 to 32 minute mark. The ace arrives for Germany. Concentrations of the Pioneers, Grenadiers, and all of that. And we got the Panzer IV as well. Though the Panzer IV managed to hit the ground spectacularly, doing absolutely no damage to the conscripts. Machine gun covering up, Pack 40 million as well. Gasping in, there we go. Tiger Ace shoots, misses. Gasping knows there's a Tiger Ace, not VonIvan knows there's an ace, but the ace so far does not seem to be making his presence much more known beyond that, since he's not hitting anything. My God, Otto, you're supposed to be good at this. You can't hit anything. They're rations. And so's are flowers. They're not exactly sandbags. Skirmishing west flank, got another kill on the way. They got the Pack 48 close to being cleared out. They got stun grenades off. Machine gun close to being wiped out. Here, Tiger is taking some hits here though. Still good health, good health. Pack 40 crew down. For now, they're needing to lose several units in the face of the Tiger Ace as it strikes fear into the heart of the Red Army. We got the K1 wing up against the Tiger Ace. Pack 40 backing up. One penetrating hit. Field gun there being bled out by the Ace. We got Stormtroopers panicking the flank, and there go. Almost got it. Panzer 4 joining in. Eventually 2 gain. Field gun crew down, kaput, tot. And go, the Tiger Ace moves ahead. Good hit on the counter, almost taken out. As well, blasting through them in a matter of moments with its 88 number gun. And attempt to flank up here. It's going to possibly run some issues where we got airstrike in from now to just try and disrupt Ihitto's advance here. Having half him to use infantry. We got constant force there. Trying to destroy the Pack 40 before it gets into his hand, but doesn't quite work out. Instead, they're going to grab, but he could clear it out here. Maybe. 13 kills as far on the ace. Almost got the crew here in the center. Stormtroopers finding a bit of a awkward fight. There you go. Pack crew dead. Pack exposed and destroyed. Now there's just a machine gun to grab back and expose the other Pack 40 crew. Trying to rush forwards at the Tiger Ace, expose them to needless fire here. Anti-tank when they goes off, penetrates damage to the engine. But the conscripts are close to being annihilated, but they do get away. For now remains in map control here, certainly with the resource bleed now caused by the Ace. It's going to be harder for Ihitto to sustain pressure easily. On the other hand, of course, he can make some really serious blows against VonIvan if VonIvan's not ready. He's going to need a tank to destroy some other stuff here with that, because the K1s are not going to cut it versus the Tiger Ace. Not one bit. And there you go, immediately getting both Pioneer Sports to repair the Tiger Ace. So, why did you paint the Panzer bright yellow? I mean, you're not exactly making yourself harder to see. Well, we're working on the series the enemy thinks they must be hallucinating, and then will ignore us until we begin shooting fire, at which point they'll think they're drunk, I hope. That's a really terrible theory. Yeah, but you know. Guardsman opening obliterated by the Tiger Ace. Pack down. Ace moving forward to the 22 kills. Machine gun almost being obliterated. And dead. 25 kills in the ace. The ace, I mean, so far, it's definitely having an impact on VonIvan. There's no arguing that, I'd say. Oh, one hell of a hit. Their concept just being pulverized. Annihilated. There we go. 33 kills. Back here, reinforcement here going on there for Ihitto. Panther also good to go. Big 2 points wise, VonIvan is really beginning to catch up here with Ihitto. But he says lacking some tank destroyers, and he should also consider some mines to try and bait the Tiger into, because and then bait the Tigers into a mine, and then there's a good chance of taking it out, whereas if he just allows it to stay mobile, it's going to be a lot harder to catch and destroy. And I don't think you should be relying too much on, Ihitto being a bit clumsy and getting the Tiger Ace too close to infantry and then getting its engine damaged that way. I think that'd be a bit too optimistic by VonIvan to assume. But there you go, Ace Land to go ahead in the K1. Another one, can't afford Johnny in the front as well there. Looks like VonIvan's K1 might not make it back home for Borscht and Vodka. Main gun out. There we go. All the infantry moving in there. Set. No! Gets it. 8 hitting with shield pierces the front llama, setting off the ammunition. Leaving it a burning hulk of scrap and socialism and potatoes. Troops healing reinforcing there for Ihitto. We got the H-5 tank start here for VonIvan to put some pressure then on Ihitto's Tiger Ace to slay his champion. 40 kills in the Tiger Ace so far. Definitely have an impact. Tanks are rolling back a bit here. Up there, going to be setting up machine crew. We've got the Panzer hanging in as well. Hitting the CoH2 on the west, just east, I mean, he needs to hit the one on the west. And there you go, Tiger Ace being pushed back here by the Ihitto, which is quickly getting a lot of experience by the way from dealing damage to it. So down to half health, very good move there by VonIvan. He probably wants to consider more tank destroyers. To increase his chances with the Tiger Ace. And these K1 being dispatched in the west, guards coming in there, but nope, Ollie Tank been using the merge ability to, save on cost there. Good move by VonIvan. Very good move. And here we go, Pioneers rushed away, constantly coming up there, but they're seemingly halting a bit up. Do not quite, I think, push for it. K1 running about here, and the ESR still being pushed back here by the mighty K1 tank. Got the Panzer 4 sending out, coming back there, and he's going to move straight to K1. There you go, pension here on the Panzer 4. Anti-tank grenade off as well, here damaging the Panzer 4 engine further, leaving a bit of a thick position. There you go, another pension hit from the K1, leaving Ihitto's Panzer 4 in dire straits. And you get the Tiger Ace up there. The problem is, with the terrain as it is, he could end up risking actually blocking the retreat path for the Panzer 4, but there you go, doesn't. And now the Ace is moving up here to put the fear of the fatherland back into the K1 tank. Direct hit here. Okay. Did the Tiger Ace actually bounce? And that's actually kind of impressive. The center constantly up with the Ihitto backing up. That's not really much on there to stop this. So the Ihitto doesn't really achieve anything. But at least he can't damaging the Tiger Ace, slowing down Ihitto for a brief while there as he moves towards the northwestern victory point. As swiftly as he can. Fixing up the Ace, grabbing points here, retreating though. Now the mine goes off, a couple more grenadiers get blown up. Back here, healing reinforcement got VonIvan with another KV1 here versus Ihitto. No additional tanks or anything like that, just more heavy tanks to try and, I guess, stall the Tiger Ace. And give the Ihitto more time to shoot it down. I suppose that would be my assumption there as to what is VonIvan is planning. Just farming out the eastern side. Could catch the targets. There goes, shoots. Nice hit there, gaining veterancy 1. Bit risky though with the focus side of it is the way he's doing. I mean, theoretically, should rush it with blitzkrieg and then take it out, but obviously doesn't know what's around there, so he's not going to do it because he does not want to risk running into mine right about initiative farm. That'd be a suicidal there if I hit to. That would be utterly suicidal. Groups in enforcing, countries ending up, backed up here by the second KV1. VonIvan that really would benefit, I think, from mines here, would really benefit from it. Again, anything they can, I think, use to sort of stall and slow down Ihitto's tag race, I think would be great here. Stormtroopers caught, noting he has yet to upgrade them. The assault rifles, Panzerschreck or G43s. K1 moving in strengthening the gears here. ODK1 rush being flanked. Here we got good hit from the initiative father, pushing back the targets for now. Packs and anti-tanks moving up there. But technically pack means anti-tank and in German. And got lots of hits there on the K1. Panzerfaust goes off here. Nice work there. And by Ihitto, we got air support calling to try and disrupt Ihitto's defense here. Nice call in there by VonIvan. We can see the full rout here from Ihitto as the front line is completely compromised. In the far east, we've got some gun pioneers which harass the point there. Very good, very good. Stormtroopers reinforcing, but still not great here for Ihitto's men. K1 being used as an improvised minesweeper. Tiger is almost good to go once more for Deutschland. 46 kills. K1 there. Let's see. 1 still, 2 kills. Moving the issue far ahead again, of course, needs to be mindful of any pack 40 since he's caught with focus sight there. That could very quickly end up being GG for the issue. Risks not being able to swiftly escape enough. Fires pioneers once more reports. We've got mines up. In fact, we got S mines and telemines here, committing to both. Interesting move there by Ihitto. Interesting movement, certainly banking on VonIvan not getting any minesweepers though so far. He hasn't bothered, so I mean it could work out, In this case I think he actually even double up S mines, so he's basically hoping they moves into the S mines that set off the tiller mine, then increasing possibly his chances of getting a wipe there. Stormtroopers as conscripts, no upgrade still there. 75 points left for VonIvan, conscripts being obliterated. 48 kills in the Tiger race.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Another T-Fed right there for, actually a first T-Fed for this now, not another one. He's yet to get one, so it's just going to be into more tanks now. Let's see what he does with that. Then he's just spotted with the K1 with no anti-tank support there nearby. They could be forced to retreat, and they could of course be trying to buy time for the rest of his army to do something that seems to be not counterattacking here. Could be he's planning a push through here so to catch up and then get behind. That could be an option there for Ihitto to consider versus VonIvan. Skirmishing in the center, got machine gun, conscript, Tigers all fighting out there. Oh dear, those conscript in front of the Tigers and the Panther 4, and they are swiftly repulsed. Almost being annihilated here by the German Panzerwaffe down here. K1 H5 hanging about, still waiting for something to happen as the T-Fed force almost ready. K1 moving up through the front here, straight to the Panther 4 on the Tiger Ace. H5 flanks, shoots and fails to penetrate, and then takes one hit from the Tiger Ace. Another shot fired there. Kennedy is slowly being bled to death as he tries to grab the center victory point. And his active stuff unit all the way up far here. Stormtroopers scored into the house, still no upgrades. Binding continues here, slowly trying to envelop here. I think I hate it, but it's not really a big flank assault here. So, oh, we got the T-Fed for ramming the Tiger Ace, but I think with that sufficient stuff here to allow us to do damage, and there's still the anti-tank to I don't think we can be able to do it because the anti-tank can still provide a lot of firepower as well as any of all of VonIvan's armor. Machine gun also didn't get dealt with, so the counter trying to support got stopped alongside the guardsman. K1 down, H5 down, turning into a mess here for VonIvan. Ace plentiful, by the way. But might not be able to make it back here. Oh, looks like he's going to actually get away with it. Main gun out, the guardsman could take it out here. Pop smoke and retreats. Well, that was a really cataclysmic engagement here for VonIvan. Bit of lack of coordination there. I also think the smokes with some smoke screens could have been great here for VonIvan. Would have made much easier to get close, but in the end, sadly, those things happen, and instead he just sort of walks mostly head on into Ihitto with somewhat of a flank, but just got repulsed easily. Tiger Race with 53 kills, definitely paying itself off big time. There we go, remaining guard squad gone. Gonna be hard to see how VonIvan imagines winning this at this stage, because I mean, he's lost a lot there, and Ihitto still has a lot, including the Tiger Race. Coach moves into the Tiger Race sector right here, 59 kills. Up here, Pioneers as a conscript, easy one-side engagement. Going for the Eastern victory point here. Will he this time be paying attention, but risk setting off the Taylor S-Mine combo? Oh, it doesn't go off. Well, fancy that. Fancy that. There we go, another anti-tanking outfit for VonIvan. But big 2 points are taking down, and they are only now not moving here for Ihitto. And there you go, in the end, GG, game over. A loss for the Red Army. The second guard's mechanized corps was repulsed here by the valiant efforts of the Ghost Titan. A brutal fight here on Minsk Pocket. Good flanking, good maneuvering here, I think, from both players. But in the end, though, VonIvan, I think, ran into some issues. Could have flanked more there, but instead he resorted, I think, more to just head on assault race or something that he was able to punish, particularly with the Tiger Race. He was really able to punish that. And for now, I think also just lacked sufficient mice, try and make it harder for Ihitto to use his Tiger Race, which I think also, shall we say, adds a bit there to the Tiger Race success. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, share it with everyone. You can send in a replay on your own via the email address provided in the link video description. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You all are wonderful audience, and hope you all tomorrow again for another signing episode.